Alright, so my fairings finally came in yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday, so it was supposed to be my last day of work for the week. And then my plan was to have this bike done today and put together, have all the fairings on it and stuff. But right before work yesterday, had a little event where I was wearing a weighted workout vest. It's kind of built like a bulletproof vest. So it's like big weighted plates that you slide into the vest. And right as I was taking it off, it decided to just quit, and it let go of the plate. Plate fell straight out and dropped on my foot. That's all I'm going to show. But crushed my toe. There's a lot of red stuff that I can't show. I can't show any pictures because YouTube doesn't like that. But there was red liquid everywhere. It's still doing that 24 hours later. But like this is red paint from said incident. There's a bunch in there. Yeah, you can see it. That's red paint, YouTube, totally not any human fluids from yesterday. It is just paint. Wink, wink. So please don't take this down. But yeah, I spent 4 hours in the ER yesterday, so that was fun. I'm not going to go into detail because it's kind of gross, and I know people don't like hearing that stuff, so I'm not going to talk any more about it. But the new fairings are here. I might give my toe a little break today and not work on it, because I probably should do that and then just do this tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll see as the day goes, but because I really want to get this done, especially before it gets too cold to ride it. But like I said, it was just bleeding a little bit ago, so I should probably give it a break. I don't know. We'll see as time goes on. But I did just make some reels. I mean, I guess shorts now since I don't have Instagram, but I did just make some of those. Been a while since I've done that, but yeah, the fairings are here. I want to get that put on. I cleaned up the garage a little bit. Looks a little nicer. This is my eBay shelf where I sell the used and extra parts and stuff like that. So that's why it's all boxes, but I think it looks a lot nicer in here, a lot more organized and stuff. But yeah, it's a quick little update. So fairings should either be on tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. If I'm smart, I'll wait till tomorrow, but we all know I'm not. And I'm back. I just took that last video like 2 hours ago, maybe at most. And I don't want to wait any longer, so I'm going to start working on the bike. The bleeding doesn't seem too bad today, so I should be good. If not, I will take a break. I don't know what to do anymore. These are the wrong fairings. They're not going to fit. So that's a lot of money and a lot of time gone. I waited for these for almost 2 months. Actually, it's just about fully 2 months. And they don't even fit. I'm getting pretty fed up with this. All right, so after months of trying to find fairings for this bike and being unsuccessful, I've had like 4 or 5 different people try to help me. None of us could find anything. I called a dealership and asked if they'd be able to order them, which they told me yeah. And I just got back from there, and I'm ready to throw up because, oh man, I've never really regretted buying a project bike. Sometimes I've regretted the timing. It hasn't really been the best time for me to do it when I ended up buying it, but they've always worked out. So I've never really regretted it until now. This bike has kicked my ass, to say the least, but I wanted to have it sold before riding season ended, obviously. I don't want it to just sit here all winter, but it's looking like that's going to happen. Because typically when I finish a bike, I ride it to the place I get the enhanced inspection. That way I can get the title and everything and sell it, but I ride it there and back because that's much cheaper than renting a truck and loading it into the back of it. So usually that's what I do, but it's supposed to be in the 50s for the next week. Well, the timing doesn't matter because I'll explain in a second, but it's not going to be done before riding season. And I hate breaking this into another part, like another video, but I have to, which also sucks. This is going to be like 5 parts when I originally said it was going to be 3. When I first started this, it seemed like such a quick turnaround, but then I was an idiot and too stubborn, and I was like, oh no, I just bought this battery, there's no way that's a problem, there's got to be other issues. And I got the solenoid, they sent a shitty one, I sent a bad one, so I ordered from a different company, they sent the wrong one, so I had to wait for that, and that added weeks. Then I realized that wasn't the problem, it was the battery. So like this could have been done sooner, but unfortunately it's not going to be done in time. So I'm going to have this bike way longer than I wanted, and I really need that money, but I'm not going to be getting it. But the reason I said I want to throw up is because I'm about to show you my receipt from the dealership. Now remember, this is just the fairing parts that I need, not a whole set, just the ones I need, which is like up here, the sides, both sides, up top and around the headlights, and then that piece in front of above the tire, that little fender. But just for 1, 2, 3, 4, so like 7 pieces. I think it was 7 or 8 total. This is what I just paid for fairings with a military discount. That's how much I paid, which is significantly more than I paid for this entire bike. So I'm disgusted by that. That's sickening. I was expecting to pay maybe like $800 or $900 when I walked in there. So this is a big hit financially. So yeah, I essentially regret buying this bike. I'm gonna be honest. It sucks. And now that I'm thinking about it, I hope the fairings like connect to the headlight assembly that I bought properly, because I swear if I get all the parts in... Oh, I forgot to explain, sorry. I paid that much, and some of those parts are on back order. So he told me, his exact words were, I could have it in 3 weeks, I could have it in 8 weeks. So the parts that are on back order, I have no idea when I'm going to get those. So that could be months until I see that and have this done. And the thing is that I was just getting to, once those come in, if this is wrong, which like I don't think it's wrong because those mounting slots fit perfectly right there. So like I think it should be fine. And the plug also was the same, but like there's a chance it's not, right? So then I'm gonna wait all that time for the fairings, have them fully put on, and then realize that the fairings don't connect here, and then I'm screwed again. When I finish this, I'm gonna put the side piece back on and see if it kind of lines up, but they're all broken, so like I can't really tell that for sure. But yeah, this I think it's safe to say I regret buying this bike, because I've never had a bike where I couldn't just easily find parts for it. This one is a exception. It's been horrible trying to find things, especially fairings. And now I just paid over $2,000 for a few pieces of it, not even the whole thing. So, like I said, significantly more than I paid for the bike. That just took a huge chunk out of my profit. I'm gonna be looking to barely make money on this now. I was looking at making a couple $1,000, and I was excited. I was very happy about that. But now I'll be happy to make $1,000 if that, which is really, really tough. And I don't want to have to break this into another part, like I said, but unfortunately I don't have a choice. I don't know how long it's going to be until I get the rest of the fairings. So I'm going to be waiting for that. And then I'm not going to be able to ride it anytime soon because it's cooling down already. And with that being on back order, it's going to be a long time until I even get the parts. So unfortunately, I'm at another dead end on this bike. Not a dead end, I guess, but like a halt where I can't do anything until the parts get here. So that's where I'm at. That's the update. I apologize that this rebuild is going so wrong, but it's not what I expected at all. But thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. And I'll see you when all the fairings come in, whenever that may be.